Well, here we are. We're at Kice Island Marina, and we just showed up here. Got our boats all loaded up, and we're getting ready to paddle out to Marco Island. That's Tony and Toby's boat. There's my boat, and I think we're all set to go. Hey guys, here we go. Well, I don't think we could have asked for a prettier day out here. It's absolutely beautiful. We're hearing boats long before we see them. And as you can see, it's just a drop dead gorgeous day. This is the main channel, which is behind me. And we're paddling out toward Cape Romano, which is, well, it's just around that point. But it's out there on the horizon. So we got a heck of a paddle in front of us here. And I just lost a huge ladyfish. It was probably 2 foot long. So, well, we'll continue paddling here. Give you an update when we get to the island, or before then. Probably when we get to Blind Pass, we'll film a little more. How does it get better than this? Setting sun. Pretty good trip so far. Nobody's heard any wind. It's just a beautiful day. Well, what do you think there, little dog? Hey, Kice. Here we are, we're at camp. Just got here. The sunset, speak for itself. And we don't normally look for dead animals when we look for a campsite, but we got a dead loon here, so I'm sure Tony will be cutting the head off of it and taking the skull. So here we are. Here comes Tony to the rescue. And we're gonna camp. You can see all the gear here. We're gonna camp over here in this little sandy flat. Sort of a nice little flat spot. We couldn't camp where we camped before, which is way down the beach, way past that point. It looked like a Greyhound stopped by and dropped off about 50 people with tents. So we decided that wasn't for us. So here we are with our dead loon and our shells.
Our dead loon.
Well, I don't know how well we're going to be able to see stars with this camera, but the stars out tonight are amazing. I'm pointing the camera at Orion right now. And Orion is just unreal. Orion is dim compared to all the other stars that are surrounding. Look at here. They got fireworks being shot off by people at the other end of the island for New Year's. I missed one of them. Too bad. But the stars are just out in this world. We have a perfect surf here. Maybe we can see it with the camera, maybe not. This is our ambient light here that's coming from Marco Island. Tony and Toby have just gone to bed. A little bit of light coming from the tent with their headlamps. They're reading before they go to bed. And maybe you can see the campfire that's gone out. I can't seem to find the motivation to go to bed right now, so I'm just out here enjoying the surf and the millions and millions of stars that are up in the sky right now. It's a spectacular night. We had a hard time dealing with all the no-see-ums after sunset, but the no-see-ums went away. And it's turned out to be a spectacular night. fantastic. The south end of the island has been very well lit, to say the least. All night, people shining their spotlights and lighting off fireworks. They probably got their generators running and everything else. So we're here in the dark, in the quiet, and enjoying a peaceful, peaceful night. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Previously on Survivor Cape Romano, Tony and Toby pulled up to their bug-infested dead loon campsite. Oops, that's the loon there, yeah. We camped here. And my tent was over there, but this tree dripped tannic rain on me all night. And I had to wake Tony and Toby up at about 2 o'clock and ask them if they're getting rained on. And all it was the dew coming off of that stupid tree, soaking my tent. Woke up this morning, see I'm drying my sleeping bag here. My sleeping bag was soaked. I was soaked. Everything in my tent was soaked, except my cigars. So here we are, day 2, and everything, of course, is scattered about the campsite. And we're having a good old time. The weather's beautiful. We got a wind out of the south today, probably about 10, 12 miles an hour. And the Gulf's a little more chopped up than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was so slick calm that I think I've already said we were hearing boats before we seen them. It was just slick calm. You couldn't have asked for a better day to paddle out here. Beautiful. The surf lapped us to sleep all night last night. And this little psycho dog, hi Kice. This little dog's been digging up the beach all morning long. She's able to chase a shell 50 foot down the beach and pick up the scent on that shell and bring it back. Needless to say, the little dog is a sand pump. It's been eating sand all morning. What do you think, Tony?
Sweet.
All right, well, I might accidentally catch Toby peeing here, so I'm gonna sign off. Look at the frickin' pelicans. Look at the frickin' pelicans. This is unreal. Well, this might be the best look that we get at these white pelicans. They're huge and they're beautiful. That was pretty cool. Thanks, guys. There we are. We're at night 2. Campsite's changed a little bit. I got my tent out on the sand. I had a hell of a time last night with the dew dripping off of the mangrove trees over here. It actually felt like rain. I was getting soaked. I had to have all my stuff out today to dry. I'm getting barked at. So everything's all dry. We're ready for another night's sleep. Hey, little dog. And settling in here for dinner. Got a real nice fire going. Plenty of firewood. Hurricane Wilma landed here at the end of hurricane season this year and left us with, as you can see, plenty of firewood. Been no shortage of that. And by seeing the ultra modern home down on the end here, looks like something out of Star Wars. There's no mistaking where we are. We're on Cape Romano. There was a home on those pilings the last time I was here. It was a 2-story home, well, a 2-level home. I wouldn't call the upper level a story. It was more or less like a sunroom. But the whole house is gone, and it is in the woods over there. I don't know if you can see debris through the trees, but there's all kinds of construction debris back inside of the woods there. The sunset tonight is, look at that. How's that? Spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. So, night 2 out here on Cape Romano. It's been a great trip. A great trip. I was kind of worried about being out here for 3 days, but I'm looking forward to the second night out here. I think it's going to be a nice night. You know, have supper here pretty soon. Maybe we'll film a little bit more. Look at that. Sun's coming up, and a couple of roseate spoonbills fly over here. Camping in January on Cape Romano. We got the sun coming up, sun shining through the tent. Danny and Tobi are still quietly laying there. They're both awake. I just went back there and got the camera. But a couple of crows just flew up and landed in this tree here, overlooking a campsite, because I guess it looked deserted. And I guess they're gonna fly down and raid the campsite. And opened my tent up and hollered at them. We got a pair of white pelicans. Where they at? There they are. Out feeding in the Gulf this morning. Sure, a lot of folks would be pretty jealous that it's January 1st. Oh wait, January 2nd. And we're doing this. You know, it's a good thing it wasn't very cold last night, because look at all the dew on my tent. My tent is just absolutely loaded up with dew. I had to, you can see my tent is a doggone wreck, because I got up in the middle of the night to see our fire had washed away. And the tide, this was about 10 minutes until 2. You can see where the water is now, but you can see where my fresh footprints are here. Pretty much where all the foot traffic got washed away. That's where the water come up to last night. Freaked me out. Thought I was gonna have to move my tent, all my stuff, but I'm still here. My boat's still here. And Casey's still here. Well, here comes Tony. And here comes Tobi. And there's the wind we're paddling with. Got pretty breezy the second day here, so it's pretty chopped up. Tobi's hiding behind the piling. What's up, home cheese? Well, here comes Tobi now. It's worth noting that Tobi is either 4 or 5 months pregnant, and she did all this. We camped for 3 days, 2 nights, and we paddled probably a total of 12 to 15 miles or so. The conditions weren't that great. And Casey made it too! Hey Tobi, good job.